One. Hello and welcome everybody to another post-race conversations. I'm Chase Folsom, joined by Michael Massie at Darlington Raceway, the track too tough to tame after the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Sober or Slammer 200. What a name and what a day for Truck Series racing here at Darlington. It was a day dominated by the two guys that have dominated the series all season long. Corey Heim, Lane Riggs. So many times we've seen Heim get the better of Riggs. Seemed like today the script might flip in the direction of the 34 team, but it wasn't meant to be. Corey Heim gets it done once again at Darlington. 8 wins now on the season, one shy of that record that Greg Biffle still holds. What do you have to say about his day, overcoming not having the best truck today, and do you think he'll get the record?
Yeah, well, first off, I think he will. There's 6 more opportunities. He's probably going to win 2 races, at least in that span, right? I mean, and it's the thing, he's on to the next round, which is good because you don't want the guy that's dominated the season to get knocked out the first round of the playoffs. But so many times this year, we've seen, either a Corey Heim dominant day where he wins or a Corey Heim dominant day where something happens and he doesn't win. Today, he wasn't dominant. Like you said, it was Lane Riggs, but it was also Chandler Smith. Those front row motorsports guys, they came to play. They had some fast trucks, but both of them had some tire issues. Chandler got knocked out of the race. He's now below the cut line. Lane, he managed to only get a top 20. It all fell apart for them. But Corey Heim, man, I mean, even if you can't really say he backed into it, but the front 2 guys had problems, and that helped him get the win. But still, he held off Daniel Hemrick and Grant Enfinger at the end. So still, he earned this win today.
Sometimes it's not always about having the fastest truck or being the best truck on any given day. It's about putting yourself in position to win, and the cards will fall as they may. We'll start with Lane Riggs for the front row guys, and then we'll get to the 2 guys below the cut line now. Lane Riggs had the best truck today. It was very apparent. He was a rocket ship on the short run, and it seemed like today was going to be the day that he finally got over the hump and just outran Corey Heim for a win. One small mistake on lap 127, got into the fence in 3 and 4, and tire goes down right there behind us just 2 laps later, and that was it. His race was over. He finishes 17th. He's still in a great point spot, but time and time again we've seen this year, Lane Riggs proved that he is the guy that is going to challenge Corey Heim for this championship. What we have yet to see is him overcome Heim and be the guy at the top. If he's going to overcome Heim and win this championship, mistakes like that are the ones he's going to have to avoid. Now, on the flip side, the other guy that was maybe considered somebody that could challenge Heim was his teammate, Chandler Smith. He made his mistake a lot earlier, and so did Caden Honeycutt.
Yeah, I mean, Chandler got around Lane early, so he might have had the truck to win. I don't know if they went too hard with the balance. I mean, he got into the wall as well, so it's too much too fast for that 38 truck, and just a day that he should have at least had top 5. Probably should have won this thing, and just threw it away. Now he's below the cut line, but he's won at Bristol, and he's defending winner at Bristol.
One's the defending winner, and one's the defending winner of the race.
Yeah. And then you got Honeycutt as well. That's, he's been so smooth all year long. He had a flat tire earlier and had some damage to the truck. But still, he just kind of grinded it out for that top 20. I think all in all, considering the bad days those 2 had, they're not that far below the cut line. And it is very easy for them to make that up. I think everyone, I think this round you might kind of get a mulligan. And today, a lot of those guys didn't have problems. Jake Garcia, Roger Carruth, they had Ty Majeski. They had pretty decent days. Majeski did have to pit for a flat at one point. But I think at some point bad luck will strike those guys, and that'll put Honeycutt and Chandler right back in it.
Yeah, and I'll hit on Honeycutt for a minute. I mean, we're going to a track like Bristol where he's still acclimating to being with this Hallmark Friesen team, but he's going to go to a short track somewhere where he's going to be comfortable. He's going to have Cole Butcher as a teammate in his first Truck Series start, a guy who is very comfortable on short tracks just as well as Honeycutt. Those are your 2 most recent big race winners at Five Flag Speedway. So no slouches on any kind of short track in the Hallmark Friesen camp going to Bristol. Some guys that had great runs today, some feel-good stories. How about Trevor Bayne and his return to NASCAR? First time he's been seen, behind the wheel in the sport in the past couple years, and he pulled out a top 10 finish today.
Yeah, I thought, and I feel bad for thinking this now, that Trevor Bayne's driving days were behind them. Last year he signed on with Legacy Motor Club to be, it's like a driver. I read read my article to see what the title is. It's a complicated title that basically means he's a driver coach at Legacy. He coaches the guys at TrackCon now, Toyota really. So all these guys that were in this race today, Corey Heim, Gio Ruggiero, Tanner Gray, he coached these guys up, and he's there racing them. And it was one of those things. He said it was the most nervous he'd ever been. This is the guy that's won the Daytona 500, and he said this was the most nervous he's ever been entering a race. And I think there was a little bit of rust. 2 years since he'd last been in a race car, and he shook off that rust. He struggled in practice. He struggled in qualifying, but come race time, he made it count. He worked his way up to the top 5. I think maybe if it's a longer race, maybe they keep working on the truck, and he's got something for Heim. Because after all, he's taught Heim. They're the same truck, and he's taught Heim something. I asked him if he taught the guys too many of his secrets. And he was like, yeah, I thought about early in the week. I was like, oh, I could do this. Should I tell this to these guys? Oh, I got to tell them. But, so, yeah, it's cool. It's funny, though. He seems very content in his role as a driver coach in life after racing, which is hard for a lot of racers. But he said if somebody gives him a call, he'll be in a race car.
Once a racer, always a racer. And, that makes sense for Trevor Bayne. Once you get, especially at a track like Darlington, once you get out on the racetrack, and it's about consistency, putting together 5, 10, 15 laps instead of just 2 for a qualifying run, it all comes back to you. It's like riding a bike. It'll come back to you with time. Another guy that had a fantastic run today that I know you talked to after the race was Timmy Hill. Top 10 run for Timmy Hill. How about that for a small team showing out in front of a big crowd here at Darlington?
Yeah, Timmy, they were full-time in the past. They scaled back their efforts this year, I think, so they could really concentrate to have a great effort on the races they did attempt. And look, Timmy's good at Darlington. He's ran good here before. And at the end of the race, first off, he didn't make mistakes. A lot of guys took themselves out of it by making mistakes, getting up into the wall too much, pit road issues, things like that. Timmy just was consistent, but on that final run, he restarted 11th, and he got up on it, and he finished 8th. So Timmy was driving there at the end of that thing. Great to see. I mean, Fox interviewed him afterwards. When's the last time Fox interviewed Timmy Hills? Great day for him.
It's probably been a while, and he was probably really happy that drought came to an end. All right, let's get down to business. We've got something to do here tomorrow. Cookout Southern 500, opening race of the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. 16 drivers, 10 weeks, 1 goal. Who takes round 1 here at Darlington?
Oh, I think, despite all the talk this week, despite all the distractions, Mike Ford with NASCAR Comm said it perfectly when Denny won the poll for today.
Of course.
He said Denny Hamlin wins the poll for the Southern 500. Because of course he did, like you said. I think Denny, look, the guy is one of the best here at Darlington. He always has been. And I just think, given everything that's happened this week and the way that life just works out sometimes, I think he's going to win his way on to the next one. He won in the spring. Granted, that was due to a late restart. But it's not about how you get it done. It's about getting it done. And I think somehow Denny pulls it off this week because he looks a little faster than he did in the spring already.
I'm going to go 1 car number higher. Ryan Blaney wins the Southern 500 for the first time in his career. He's been the best on long runs everywhere, all season long. Here in the spring, he was on another zip code at the end of the race on a long run. If it comes down to a long run, which this race can tend to do, Ryan Blaney is going to be at the front. Should we get a late restart, track position matters here, whether people like to believe it or not. Dirty air is atrocious with the next-gen car at Darlington. If Ryan Blaney puts it out front, Ryan Blaney's going to stay out front. Ryan Blaney gets his first Darlington win tomorrow night. All right, that's going to do it for us tonight. we've got some other stuff to do here at Darlington Raceway and Florence Motor Speedway. So, for Michael Massie, I'm Chase Folsom, signing off for tonight from Darlington Raceway.
My Place Hotels is proud to be the official hotel partner of Frontstretch. With plush beds, in-room kitchens, and pet-friendly hotels, My Place makes for the perfect pit stop when traveling. Frontstretch fans can use promo code Frontstretch to save 10% on your stay at any of our nationwide properties. Sign up for our Stay Rewarded program to get even more savings. With My Place Hotels, don't just stay, stay rewarded.
I'm Caleb Barnes with Frontstretch.com. Come back soon for more great racing videos, and if you like us, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.